1. Project planning and requirements gathering. Goal setting. Define the purpose of the dashboard, for example, performance tracking, data visualization, decision-making, etc. Stakeholder identification. Meet with the people who will use the dashboard, for example, managers, teams, executives, and gather their requirements. Data sources. Identify where the data will come from, for example, databases, APIs, spreadsheets. 2. Design phase. Wireframing and prototyping. Design the layout and structure of the dashboard using design tools, for example, Figma, Sketch, Adobe XD. Ensure the UI/UX is user-friendly. Features and components. Decide what features the dashboard will include, for example, charts, graphs, KPIs, filters, and drill-down capabilities. Design approval. Present the prototype to stakeholders for feedback and approval. 3. Data integration and back-end development. Data collection. Gather the necessary data, for example, through SQL queries, API connections, or importing CSVs. Data processing and transformation. Clean and transform the data to fit the dashboard's needs, for example, normalization, aggregation. Database back-end setup. Set up the database or back-end infrastructure to store the data, for example, MySQL, PostgreSQL, or cloud storage. 4. Front-end development and visualization. Dashboard development. Build the front-end using a web framework, for example, React, Angular, Vue.js to display the dashboard. Chart and graph integration. Integrate data visualization libraries, for example, chart.js, d3.js, or Power BI to display charts like bar, line, and pie charts. Responsiveness. Ensure the dashboard is responsive so it works well on desktops, tablets, and mobile devices. 5. Testing phase. Unit testing. Conduct unit testing on the code to identify and fix bugs. User acceptance testing (UAT). Test the dashboard with stakeholders to ensure it meets their needs and expectations. Performance testing. Test the dashboard for performance issues like slow load times or data delays. 6. Deployment and integration. Deployment. Deploy the backend API and front-end dashboard to a server, for example, Azure, or on-premise. Integration. Integrate data sources into the dashboard, for example, automate data fetching, set up real-time updates. 7. Training and documentation. User training. Provide training for users on how to navigate and use the dashboard effectively. Documentation. Create documentation for the dashboard, including functionality, technical setup, and user guides. 8. Launch and post-launch support. Launch. Officially release the final version of the dashboard to users. Monitor usage and performance. Track usage and monitor the performance of the dashboard. Maintenance and updates. Address any bugs or issues reported by users and release updates. 9. Evaluation and continuous improvement. User feedback. Collect feedback from users to identify areas for improvement. Iteration and updates. Continuously improve the dashboard by adding new features, fixing bugs, and optimizing performance.